Good afternoon. Welcome back for another episode of CCAI's Meet the Members. And this afternoon we have Eric Davis with us. Eric, welcome.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. It looks great up there in the north.
Yeah.
Thank you for being with us today. We want to learn a little bit more about you, what you do, and your participation in CCAI. So I'm going to start out with asking you to tell us who you work for and how long you've been in the industry.
I work for a company called KVF Quad Corporation. We're in East Moline, Illinois. I've been with them since 2006, so going on 14 years.
And are you a custom coder, is that right?
We are a custom coder, yep.
And what's your role at the company?
So I'm the general manager, and so I'm just looking after the day-to-day most of the time, just making sure that we're navigating all the departments in the same manner. We're going in the same direction. I like to try to take care of as much as I can. So, there's a lot of opportunities for the general manager to kind of put his fingerprints on things here, and we try to do the same things.
So Eric, I like asking this question because I'm always curious. Were you looking for a job in industrial finishing, or did you fall into this as many of us have?
Yeah, I absolutely fell into it. I had no aspiration to be in the metal finishing industry after I graduated college.
So how did you find finishing, or how did it find you?
So this is actually a company family business, and my stepfather is actually the current owner of KVF Quad right now. And he wasn't my stepfather at the time, but I knew him. He was kind of a friend of the family, I guess you could say. So once a couple of the jobs that I applied for fell through after college, I reached out to him, and he gave me an opportunity.
Oh, that's awesome. I had a very similar thing when I started as well. So can you tell us what some of your favorite things are about the job you have?
I like the job because it's just different every day. I mean, there's no set schedule for me, really. Everything's different every single day for me. It makes the time go by faster, for sure. I also really enjoy the process of finishing parts, so seeing something from start to the finish product going out the door. I really just enjoy watching that transformation.
That's awesome. Can you tell me, has there been a favorite or special project that you've worked on in the last year or so in these crazy times?
Yeah, exactly. Well, in 2019, we installed a new GEMA Magic Center, and I got to kind of be the general contractor for that. And that was exciting, being able to design and engineer and then eventually implement that system into our equipment mix, and then finally breathe a sigh of relief when it turned on and everything worked out well. So it was a really fun and exciting project I was part of.
Well, that can be very intense. I'm glad you had fun with it and that it worked out. This is actually, we all know it's been a really challenging time for us. Can you tell us how you and your job and your company has dealt with some of the issues you faced this year?
Yeah, the COVID pivot has been a difficult one this year. We've had a lot of challenges, and just like everybody else has, surrounding safety protocols and PPE requirements. We've just been trying to stay positive. We've been, doing our homework and listening to the officials and the people that really know most about the safety and security of our employees, and then trying to implement those best practices whenever possible.
Excellent. I'm really glad to hear that. If you didn't have a career in finishing, what do you think you'd be doing?
I'm really a big fan of renewable energy, so I think that I would try to be in that field somehow.
Okay, that's great too. That even applies to finishing as well. Can you talk to me a little bit about the value you've gotten from being a part of the CCAI, PCI peer groups?
I can't, do you want me to talk about that for an hour now? It's been fantastic. We've joined, at least I've been part of the peer group for the last couple of years, and we are lucky enough to be in a group that has what I consider kind of the monoliths of the industry. Some businesses that have been top shops for 5 to 10 years running, and it's been just amazing being able to bounce ideas off the ownership groups and the leaders of those businesses, and then bring those practices that they're doing and do well back to KVF, and just watch KVF just kind of blossom with those new procedures and or equipment or items that we found beneficial at the other shops that really just seemed to grab hold here at KVF. So, being part of CCAI has been a wealth of knowledge for us. We've always, looked at CCAI and the peer groups as a opportunity just to learn more and be better at what we already do. So,
what would you say to other custom coders who aren't in a peer group yet about they should get involved?
Yeah, I would say that it doesn't matter the scale of what you're doing right now. If you're, have one booth and an oven, or if you have 5 lines and 500 people, being part of the peer group, you're always going to learn something. You're going to be able to bring home some sort of knowledge from each one of these trips. You're going to be able to talk to people and leaders of other businesses about what they do and what they do well. And it's just invaluable being able to have that, in your back pocket. I couldn't imagine KVF being in the place that it is right now without being part of a peer group or being part of the CCAI at this moment.
Well, thank you so much. That's actually a great statement to share with other custom coders to get them involved. What do you think some of the most significant advancements have been lately, let's say in the last couple of years, in finishing?
Well, I'm really excited about the opportunity robotics are bringing to, the painting function, or the coding application function. In my estimation, some of the best stuff that's come out in the last, say, 5 to 10 years has been just quick color change technology. Being able to provide that, that to your shop floor so you can quickly, change colors, recover that paint, which, obviously in turn allows you to be more profitable or available to your customer base. So those are just really great inventions. And I can't exactly, foresee what's going to happen in the future, but automation in the industry is probably going to be taking hold pretty good. And I'm just excited to see what happens.
I appreciate that insight. That's wonderful. How did you get involved in CCAI? Do you remember?
KVF was a member of the CCAI prior to me being a general manager. So I think it was our current owner actually that joined a long time ago. And he just stuck with it. He saw the value of it and wanted to continue a membership throughout the years. I think that we've been members since either early or late 2000s. So right around when we started powder coating.
Okay, and you're active in your chapter, correct?
We are, yeah. We're trying to get our chapter back up and running right now. It's been difficult. The chapter actually was dissolved last year, and we started just meeting about it this year, and then all of a sudden, had to kind of shut it down again. So I'm actually the treasurer of our chapter. I like to think that we're doing really well because we're, the bank balance is positive, but it's probably also because we haven't spent a dime yet either. So we're planning. We're in the planning phase, and we're trying to keep a positive outlook. So,
well, I promise that when things turn around a little bit here, we will be very happy to help you get back on your feet and get the chapter going again. So tell us what you like to do outside of work.
Obviously like to be with my family whenever possible. I'm also a big a runner, so I like to run really long distances. They call that ultra running. And I'm also a beer brewer, so I like to spend some time in the garage brewing beer. So.
Oh wow! So you can drink the beer and then go for a long run, or is it the other way around?
It's usually the other way around.
And when you say long distances, how long is a long distance?
50 to 100 miles.
No way! At once?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Whoa. I'm not sure how you do that. So congratulations. That's crazy. And if you
a lot of the time on your feet.
I bet it is. If you can go anywhere in the world that you haven't been, where would you like to go?
So I've been to the Swiss Alps once, and I've been dying to go back. And so it's been on my kind of my bucket list to get back over there.
And would you run over there when you go?
Probably.
Run up mountains?
Yeah, I'd probably to probably my wife's detriment. She'd probably be mad at me, but I'd probably try to get out for at least a run or two.
Oh, that's awesome. Eric, is there anything else you'd like to say before we end today?
No, I think we covered most of it. Yeah, I'm really happy to be part of this, and I hope all the other members are doing well out there right now, and pivoting through this year and learning from what this year has brought us. So it's been an interesting one, and we're definitely looking forward to 2021.
So are we. Well, thank you for being with us today, Eric. And I promise as soon as things loosen up here, we'll get back up there and help you get the chapter going again.
Sounds real good. Thank you.
Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.